Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 10 of my healthy habits, and these are habits that I really strive to live by, and I'm constantly reminding myself of these habits and trying to stick to them and stay on track because they really do make a huge difference in your life, especially if you can apply as many of these to your life as possible. I think you'll see a huge change. I do want to thank Persona Vitamins for sponsoring today's video. For those of you guys who do not know what Persona is, they are a vitamin company that provides you with personalized vitamins. So they do morning and nighttime vitamins, and what you do is you go on their website, you take a test, and then professionals recommend vitamins for you based on the questions that you answer. One of my favorite things about Persona is that they do consider if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. I always mention that to you guys when I talk about Persona, but I've taken tests from vitamin companies before, or questionnaires I should be calling them, and that was not actually one of the questions, so it concerned me because I was like, well, you know, I am nursing, I don't know if these are safe and what not. So I love that Persona's questionnaire is really in-depth and really gets to know kind of like what you need. I feel like it only took me a couple minutes to complete. It's not like a long process whatsoever. And then on your doorstep arrives some vitamins with your name on them. As you can see, mine say my name. It says morning and evening, and I love this little container that it comes in because it's just like easy, thoughtless, and it's a good way to remember to take your vitamins. In the morning I take calcium, magnesium with vitamin D, daily probiotic, and my prenatal, and then in the evening I take omega-3 and prenatal. So I really love these. I feel confident taking them. I feel really good since I've started taking them. I love the company. They actually have over 60 vegan supplements to choose from as well, so I think that's really important to know if you are vegan. I know it's probably even harder to find vitamins to take. And one other thing that I absolutely love about Persona is that they partnered up with the Vitamin Angels, and for every order that is shipped, they provide 2 children with a year's worth of vitamin A. So I just think that's amazing. It's a great way to give back, and anything giving back to children just like hits home for, I think, most of us. So I love supporting Persona. Love everything about them. I will have a link down below if you guys want to try it out. It will save you 30% off your first 2 months, and this is a month's worth of vitamins. This is how it comes. So highly recommend, and like I said, that link will be down below for you guys. Okay, so that actually leads me to my very first healthy habit, which is take your vitamins. Take vitamins, okay? I want you to comment down below, do you take vitamins on a daily basis or no? I'm very curious. I feel like I've always taken vitamins, at least like a multivitamin or something, and I live a pretty healthy lifestyle and I try to eat as healthy as I can. But just in the case that I, you know, have a bad day or a bad couple of days, or I'm not getting everything I need, I just find comfort in taking vitamins, and there's really like no harm in it. So that would be my first tip, and it takes 2 seconds to incorporate it into your daily routine, and it can do so much for your body. So tip number 2 is to make lists. So this I absolutely live by. Like, my husband makes fun of me because I have lists everywhere, like on the fridge, on my desk, in my purse, in the diaper bag, in the car. I have lists everywhere. I really find comfort in whatever's on my mind, writing it down and whatnot. So I highly recommend that. I think it's really important for mental clarity. You can do it on your phone if that's more your style, and that way maybe you just have like a couple of lists in your notes. You can title them, and that way you kind of always have them with you. I like to handwrite mine. It's something like therapeutic about crossing, like physically crossing something off your list. Feels so good. For me personally, having a cluttered mind is a huge trigger for me. I don't cope well. I can't think straight. I'm not as calm as I would like to be if I feel like my brain is all cluttered and all over the place. So I will do a brain dump, which I just grab a blank piece of lined paper and I will write down kind of all the things that are like cluttered in my mind, things that I have to do, things that I want to do, and I will categorize it. So I'll put like housework, YouTube and social media, kids, groceries. I will just write down whatever in those categories is on my head and on my to-do list. Tip number 3 is move your body. So this one is so crucial. Once again, I feel like I'm just gonna say that these are my top 10, so they're all crucial. But this one, I just feel like if I do not move my body, even like I only take 1 or 2 days off from working out a week, and those 1 or 2 days, I struggle to take it off. Like, I kind of have to force myself because I feel so good after even a 15-minute workout or something. I have a hard time taking days off at all because I just Love those endorphins, and I love that feeling. I do free YouTube workouts. I actually have a workout playlist here on my channel. If you guys want to check out all my favorite free YouTube workouts, most of them are around 20 minutes long, so you can squeeze them in. It's really great for obviously my physical health, but also my mental health. You don't necessarily have to work out. You don't have to go to the gym. Maybe get a bike so you can ride a bike outside, or walk your dog, push your baby in a stroller, whatever it is. Just find something that you enjoy so you don't dread this part of your day, and get moving. So something I kind of want to like tack onto this one is specifically to move your body in the morning if you can, because this really like jump starts your day. It motivates you for the rest of the day. It motivates you to eat healthy because you've already completed your workout or your exercise. It's really a good way to kind of energize yourself for the rest of the day. It releases those endorphins and all those feel good kind of like natural chemicals in your body. So yes, if you can do it in the morning, highly recommend. I feel like it is a game changer, and it just preps you for the rest of the day. And trust me, I'm a mom of two. I have a 2.5-year-old and a 10-month-old, and I understand that mornings are just about the most chaotic time of the day. So I understand how hard it is, but if you can squeeze in 20 minutes, you know, even 4 mornings out of the week or something, highly recommend. I think it's a game changer. So yeah, do it for you, mama. So tip number 4 is to listen to music or podcasts. So specifically, like whenever I'm kind of feeling like blah, unmotivated, I will just like look up a podcast, and just depending on kind of like my mood, a lot of times I'll listen to like parenting podcasts, or I will listen to kind of upbeat music. I'll just put some music on my little Google Home, and I will turn it up real loud, dance with the kids, do the dishes. I like to do this anytime I'm cleaning or doing laundry, something like that, something that's kind of like, lack of better words, dreadful. Give yourself something to enjoy while you're doing this. Throw on a podcast while you're folding laundry, or put on some music to kind of dance to while you get a task done. Tip number 5 is to try to get outside every single day. So I am from Maine. I understand what cold is. It gets like 20 below here sometimes, okay? We don't get outside on days that it's that cold, but we get outside almost every single day. And even the days I really don't want to go outside, I kind of force myself because I know it's good for my kids, and I know that once I'm outside or once we come back in, I'm like, oh, I'm so glad we did that. Like I said, it's good for everybody involved. Specifically, if it's nice out, take your shoes off, let your hair down, and just like really soak up the outside. I feel like it is something that can really be taken for granted nowadays. You know, we're so attached to our phones and whatnot, and it's like sometimes you just don't even look up and appreciate the simple things like just sitting outside in the grass with your kids. Tip number 6 is to declutter and organize your space. If you are not naturally like somebody who likes to declutter and organize kind of on like a weekly, monthly basis, then this could be a very intimidating task for you, something that could be very daunting. So I highly recommend starting small. So either it be room by room or even drawer by drawer if you need to do it that way. But organizing your space, decluttering, and only keeping things that bring you joy will do you so much good in your life. I promise you. And honestly, I continue to work on this and pick away at this every single day. I love decluttering. I love repurposing or finding a new home for something, finding somebody who will enjoy it. And along with that, everything in your house should have a home. So with my husband, I always try to explain to him, because he leaves things in like piles everywhere, and I'm like, honey, we need to find a home for this. Where would you like this to live? Because if it doesn't have a home, get rid of it. And if you can find a home for it, then put it back in its home when you're done. I hope my husband's watching this. But seriously, everything should have a home. I know where everything goes and belongs in our, we're in an apartment now, so it's a little bit easier because it's smaller than most homes, but find a home for everything, put it back in its home when you're done with it. Once you do this, cleaning up the house will be so much easier because you just kind of put things back where they belong and you have no clutter anymore. My next tip is to drink water. Very simple one, but I feel like life can get so crazy and so busy, and half the time I realize at the end of the day, I'm like, I had 1 cup of water today. I think that we could all probably drink a little bit more water. So it's just a reminder, you can't function well if your body does not have the things that it needs. It's the same with your children. I always remind myself this when Knox is throwing a tantrum, which is quite often lately, I try to ask myself, is he hungry? Is he thirsty? Is he tired? Like, there's necessities that we need as humans to live and to function well, and water is one of those things. Drink your water. Get yourself a cute water bottle, whatever it takes to get you to drink your water, but do it. I will also link my Liquid IV link down below because it will get you 25% off and free shipping. And if you're not a big water drinker, if you like something with some flavor, I highly recommend the Liquid IV hydration multipliers because they help you hydrate with less liquid. Does that make sense? But they also taste really, really yummy. Like, that's actually what I'm drinking right now, but I'm drinking a secret flavor I can't share yet. My next tip is to establish a morning and nighttime routine, more so for yourself, because I feel like if you have kids, then you have like a nighttime routine with your kids. It's also like very important to have that for them, but I also mean for yourself. So once the kids go to bed, have some goals, maybe just 3 goals. That's usually what I do, 3 goals at night, 3 goals in the morning, so that I can kind of lean on those things, depend on those things, and know that that is when I have time for those things. So in the mornings, I try to get 3 things done: dishes, laundry, and making the bed. The dishes are usually clean in the morning. We run them right before we go to sleep. So I just like to unload the dishwasher, put the clean dishes away, and then make sure that the dishwasher is available for the day ahead. And that way I don't have dirty dishes in the sink. This one I am not the best at because a lot of times in the morning it's something that I'll put off. But the days that I do get this done, I feel so much better. So the laundry, I just like to get a load in, get the clean load out, and I really try to fold the clean load. But again, sometimes that doesn't happen. I do find on the days that I can get all of the laundry folded, it's a much better start to my day. I just feel like I get like a jump start on it. Also, I just like to run the laundry every single morning. I go through, grab all the hampers, whatever there is. I mean, it may be a small load of laundry, but if I don't do that, I find that next thing I know, I have like a heap of laundry that I need to do. So I just make it part of my routine, and whatever there is to wash that I happen to be, say, caught up on the laundry that day, then I will go through and see what linens need to be washed, rugs, like the bathroom rug, the kitchen rug, any throw blankets I have, like the ones that I have on the bed, and I'll just kind of like wash those. That way there's always a load of laundry in the wash, and you are constantly kind of staying up on that. And then my third goal every morning is to make the bed. This one is probably the biggest one for me, and I just feel like a clean bed is a clean mind. Is that the saying? I don't even remember. But I had to insert a clip here because I actually had forgotten to talk about it, but I definitely did not want to skip this one. I do this every single morning, and on my best days, I even make the kids' beds as well. That's probably like 50% of the time. Well, no, probably 75% of the time, but I would love to get to a point where that is part of all of our morning routines, is to make our beds. I just think it's so important, and it always makes me feel so much better, and there's nothing like crawling into a made bed at night. It's just so nice, such a great end to your day as well. And then at night, my 3 goals are to complete my skincare routine. So that's kind of like my me time. I like to really cleanse my skin and use different moisturizers and eye creams and oils and my lash serum and that whole thing, because it's really like my only time that I calmly get to do anything like for myself. So it's just really relaxing to take like 10 minutes and get ready for bed and focus on my skin. My husband always makes fun of me, and he says I'm getting ready for prom, like before I'm getting into bed. And yeah, I mean, I tell him it's my me time and I enjoy my skincare, but whatever it is for you, take some time to do that for yourself. The other thing that I like to do right before bed is my brain dump. So I'll just kind of like write everything down that I'm thinking about and that's kind of on my mind and what I want to do and complete, and then I'll prioritize those things and make like a smaller to-do list for the next day. And this just makes me feel so much better before I go to sleep. Last thing that I do right before I go to bed is take my vitamins. So that's like, if I forget to take my vitamins in the morning, at the very least I get my vitamins right before bed. So tip number 9 is having phone-free time. So this one is really, really hard for me because I work from home and I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom, and I work on social media and stuff, so it's hard to not want to work like any second that I can, any second that the kids are happy, that they're being entertained or whatever. You know, I'm getting a message and an email, and it can be very distracting and hard to kind of like separate that. So I definitely think that even just having like mini sessions of phone-free time is so healthy for so many reasons. And I think regardless of what you do for work, I was just saying that's in my experience. And I just think it's very important to disconnect and like I said, look up and look around and enjoy the little things in life. Maybe when you go outside, you leave your phone in. Maybe when you go for a walk, you leave your phone or something like that. Maybe when you're watching a movie with your spouse, you guys, you know, no phones, mealtime, no phones. And it feels so much better after you have like a little break too. Tip number 10. So I actually got this from Sarah's Day, and it's like something that I've thought about a million times, but I just like the way she worded it. And it is to be inspired, not jealous. So I am just not, I don't know, I've just never been the jealous type, but I think all of us at some point in our lives do feel jealous. That jealousy feeling is like literally the worst. It truly does just like bring out the absolute worst in you, and I think that it is a very scary emotion, and what it can bring out in people is honestly just terrifying sometimes, and it can really ruin your life. If you find that you are the jealous type, if you feel jealous of seeing other people's success or what other people have or anything like that, try to find a way to allow it to inspire you. See somebody doing that and think, wow, maybe I could do that, or wow, I would love to have something like that someday. Whatever it may be, allowing it to inspire you will absolutely change your life. So yeah, allow others' success and lifestyle to inspire you, and get rid of that jealous tendency, or get rid of that jealous emotion, because it is heavy and it is hard and it does not make you the best person that you can be. Just get rid of it. Let it go, be inspired and happy for the people around you. Okay guys, that is absolutely it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. I know some of these are kind of like simple and no-brainers, but probably good reminders, and maybe some of these other ones you haven't heard before, and I hope you apply them to your life. I hope they improve your everyday and your happiness and just your mental and physical health. Comment down below and let us know what your healthy habits are, like what things that you strive for and try to do every day that make you feel good. That way we can kind of all read and share. I love doing that. I love you guys so much. Thank you again to Persona Vitamins for sponsoring today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.